another video. So I am back with another movie review, and since everyone's talking about Avenger Endgames, which I already talked about that from my last video, today I'm going to talk about another hyped movie of this year, which is Pokemon Detective Pikachu! Yes! So, once again, I do have a non-spoiler version and a spoiler version. I will warn you, I will ask you to click that close button once I go to the spoilers, but for now, let's go with the non-spoiler review. To sum up, I would say if you are a huge Pokemon fan, you know all the Pokemons, or at least some of them, and you just want to check out what it's like, what your favorite Pokemon's like in real life, well, if that's the case, go watch it, because the special effects are really good for this movie. Every Pokemon looks really real. You don't feel like it's too cartoonish. You can see the resemblance between real life animals and Pokemons in the world, and so that was fun. For me, the best thing about this movie is seeing Eevee live in action. You have Flareon as well, and very Charizard and the Squirrel. These are very, very cute Pokemons, and also Psyduck. Okay, I must say I don't like Psyduck because of its appearance. Sorry, I know. But after this movie, I would say I fell in love with it, and I kind of, appreciate with Psyduck because the characters, I would say the personalities that were portrayed from each of the Pokemons were really good. Yeah, so special effects, if you're going for the Pokemon, go and watch it. What? Okay, now, if you're looking for a good plot, any plot twists, surprises, well, I would not recommend you to watch that if you're looking for a good plot. To sum up, it's too cliche, and for me, I kind of guessed the biggest plot twist. I already guessed how it's going to end, who's the big boss, stuff like this, and so that was a little bit disappointing because the plot wasn't really that good. So, at this point in time, please click that close button if you don't want to know what's going to happen in the movie and you're going to watch it. But if you're not going to watch it or you already watched it, you can go and watch it. Now, for the spoiler review. Well, let's start by talking about the acting. To be honest, I don't have a lot of knowledge in terms of acting, and it might not be related to the actor or actress's acting skills. It might be because, I have this feeling that the movie tries to create a similar style that you can see from the Japanese animate or in the comics. The reason I said that is because the way they introduce characters or how the characters interact with others, especially Pokemons, is a bit unnatural in this movie. This is a real life movie, so it's definitely different from what you normally see in comic books or animate. If in the animate or comics they're being exaggerated, the reactions are exaggerated, or how they interact is being, once again, emphasized or exaggerated, you cannot really put the same style that you find in Japanese comics or animates into real life action movie, because it's just weird. It looks so fake. That's the problem. I have seen a lot of the, animate or Japanese comic adaptation movies that were made, and it's cringy, like the Dragon Balls. You don't have to give out the same feeling you have in the comic books, because in real life, people's reactions are not really that exaggerated. It's not really that dramatic in a way. So, for example, when the female lead is being introduced, at that point, I feel a little bit cringy. Yeah, in animate or comics, it's very, common to have a character which first hide its face in the dark and slowly she reveals her face under light, something like that. Yes, in animate or comic, it gives you the mysterious, intriguing kind of feeling, but in real life, it's just weird. It feels like you're pretending to be a cartoon person. It doesn't give you the effect of feeling mysterious, and it's a bit cringy. And yeah, that's one of the things I have about this. And the second is about the plot. I mean, if it's hard to, I think this, for me, I don't know, because I haven't seen the original comic relating to this movie. I'm not sure whether they are, actually referencing to the whole story from this comic. But if I just look at this movie's plot on its own, I just don't feel like it's to be unique. Yes, not unique at all. To be honest, I think I kind of guessed who the big boss is going to be at the very beginning of the movie. I don't know. It's so similar. Yes, it's so funny. It's that it's so similar to, I believe, it's Zootopia's plot. I believe. I'm not sure. It's somehow, I don't know. When I look at the train, the advertisement introducing the professor who built Ronald cities, I kind of really guessed that he was the big boss. And then in the middle, when he portrayed the hologram, it became even clearer. And then I thought that was going to be a plot twist. Perhaps someone else is going to be the big boss. Someone's more surprising. But then, voila! Already, it's the same. I think it didn't change. I predicted it right. I don't know. This movie seems to give me this intention of making it young adult, adult friendly as well. But to be honest, when you look at the plot, I do not think it's adult friendly, because if you're an adult, you are watching that, or you kind of guess everything in the beginning. There's no surprise, no plot twist at all. To be honest, at least for me, and at some point it was too cliche in a way. For example, the boy is going to regret that he didn't spend much time with his dad before his death, and Harry Goodman is Pikachu. I mean, he's inside Pikachu. I mean, when you look at this boy is the only person who could speak to Pikachu, and he keeps on stressing that he didn't spend much time with his dad. He doesn't know about his dad much. His dad doesn't spend much time with him. Blah 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 blah. It's mentioned. You kind of get the theme. In the end, he realized, oh, Pikachu, my dad has been beside me all along. Something like that. You kind of guess it. I think the only surprise I have was his dad was in fact Ryan Reynolds, like the actor who acted his dad, Harry Goldman, was acted by Ryan Reynolds. I mean, that's the only surprise, but that surprise wasn't really a good surprise, because it's once again weird. It feels like they put it inside so you can, I don't know, feel surprised. But that surprise isn't that one surprise that you feel, oh my god, so good. That surprise is like, huh? And then that's it. It's weird. I'm not saying it's weird to have the lead having a dad who's white. Not that at all. It's not about race. It's just that if you look at the age difference, to me, I don't know. I'm not sure about. I don't remember how old Ryan Reynolds is, but when you look at him, I would say he looks like he's in his 30s at most. And the son, who's supposed to be, working already, I assume him at least 18 or 20. I mean, if you look at the age here, it's just weird. How you mean? Do you understand what I'm meaning? I mean, it doesn't have the chemistry that you see for a father and son. I don't know. That doesn't have chemistry, especially when the dad's face was never shown. I know what they're trying to do is to surprise us, so the dad's face was never shown throughout the movie. And at the end, it revealed it was Ryan Reynolds. But I don't know. Like, if you want to sell that there's a father and son relationship, I mean, it slowly builds up. At least you show the face, or you never show the face, in a sense that perhaps at the end, you will still, like, even when the dad is back in his human form, perhaps you can, the camera would be filming the bottom without his head. For me, that would be a perfect ending. That, like, since you're not showing what the dad looks like, perhaps from the beginning to the end, you remain as dad. Or perhaps you just show his dad's face from the beginning, and then at the end you want to show Ryan Reynolds. Sure, you show it. I think that's a better way to be me. I mean, to be honest. But what do actually surprise me, or like makes me more interested in this movie, was the fact that it's kind of a sequel for Mewtwo, because Mewtwo has not appear in any of the Pokemon movies after the first one. Like, my childhood was the first Pokemon movie where Mewtwo was born, about how Mewtwo was born. And this is somehow a sequel to that Japanese animated movie. So that was cool. Like, knowing that, Mewtwo was free, and then he was captured again by this, in Ronald Cities, this scientist, and then was experimented on and trying to extract his DNA to make the R serum. So this was quite interesting to me. But this is definitely a kids movie, even though it tries to make it into adult or young adult friendly. Because the plot is predictable, the characters, the so-called real life characters, are exaggerated and natural in a way, and then the plot is cliche and predictable. And that's why, in general, I must say, unless you're a huge Pokemon fan or you're a kid, I wouldn't recommend you to watch that. Or I don't really like this movie. And except for the special effects. So yes, that's kind of my thoughts. Anyways, hope you like this review. I am trying hard to improve on my reviewing skills. Like, normally when I do these movie reviews, I just speak. I don't have a script. I just keep on saying whatever I have in mind and later edit it. So even though after editing it might be look messy as well, but then I hope I could get my message to you or my thoughts to you guys, and hope you like this. If you like this, give a big thumbs up and to subscribe. Anyways, let's end this video by saying remember, stop existing, start living, and be alive. Bye.